guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today, if you guys, this is another Marvel movie review. Today we're tackling the third film in the MCU, Iron Man 2. Now, kind of like the Incredible Hulk that released in 2008, the same year as Iron Man 1. I really don't remember a whole lot of this film. I really only remember one or two scenes, and that is, of course, the race car scene and the end battle with Iron Man and War Machine and all that, and Whiplash. So it's like the Incredible Hulk. I didn't remember a whole lot, and I enjoyed that film. You can go watch the review, but it was a pretty good movie. I don't love the Incredible Hulk as a movie, but it was a pretty good film. This, however, this movie gets a lot of poopy hate. You know what I mean? Like people poop on this movie. Oh yeah, a lot. Metaphorically, of course. So you have all of the people saying, "Oh, the Incredible Hulk sucks." It's not that bad. I enjoyed it. Iron Man 2, everyone says it's freaking terrible. Everyone, right? Iron Man 1, great. Iron Man 3, pretty good. Some people don't like the whole Mandarin thing. We'll get to that when I review Iron Man 3. But for the most part, a lot of people see Iron Man 2 and they go, "Oh, it's a very bad film." And again, I barely remembered any of the movie, and I gotta tell you, I freaking loved it. I really did. I think it's maybe even better than the first one. I think Iron Man 3, from what I remember, is still my favorite Iron Man film. But, I mean, this is such a good movie. It's so strong of a film. I think the editing is really good. I think the acting is phenomenal. Basically, this movie is the Last Jedi compared to the Hulk, And again, I don't hate the Incredible Hulk, but, a lot of it, especially the, lead performances, were a little bit lacking. And I think this movie is really good. Like, not only is Robert Downey Jr. great as, Tony Stark, even better than Iron Man 1, everyone's better than they were before. Pepper Potts, Happy Hogan. Of course, get Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. That's very cool. I think one of her, one of the coolest moments of the film is just when she completely destroys that hallway full of dudes, and Happy's just fighting the one effing guy. The script is really good as well. Justin Theroux wrote the script. If you don't know, me and my channel, I like the Lego Ninjago movie a lot. It's one of my favorite animated films of all time. And Justin Theroux actually voiced Lord Garmadon in the Lego Ninjago movie. So he wrote the script, I guess. Unless there's another Justin Theroux, that is the same guy. So that is pretty cool to see. And look, a lot of the newer MCU movies try to be jokey and funny, and they try to make you laugh. And a lot of the times it works. However, there are some moments in some of the newer MCU films that try to make you laugh, and sometimes they don't. Right? It's a bit cringy, a bit forced. This film, the writing is very good, and the humor actually works. It's not like bad humor. Oh, God, that sucks. Or that wasn't that funny. Or ha ha ha, like a lot of it was funny, and I laughed a lot. There's some really good jokes in this movie. The writing is also very good in terms of how Tony Stark deals with the whole demon in a bottle thing, which is one of the main assets of the comics. Now they don't go as in depth as the demon in a bottle comic story, but it does definitely tackle the subject in a way that I think makes pretty good sense to the character of Tony Stark in this MCU film. Very cool stuff there. Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury's really cool. Coulson's really cool. Of course, the end credit scene with Coulson in New Mexico with Thor Mjolnir, which we'll get to that next, and Thor. But overall, this is a very good movie. I think that Whiplash is really good. He's not my favorite MCU villain, but there are some cool moments. I kind of like how he's not the most. He's clearly strong, but he's not the Hulk, or he's not freaking Thanos, who can like beat the Hulk in a fight or beat Thor in a fight. He needs those whiplash things, and that's badass. That's cool. And he gets his iron suit in there, which is really cool as well. But I kind of like how he's kind of the guy in the chair trope, but he actually kind of, I guess he's the evil guy in a chair. He kind of programs the iron robot bad guys to kind of just destroy everything, and it's really cool to see that. That kind of he even turns War Machine, James Rhodes, now played by Don Cheadle, against Iron Man Tony Stark. That's really cool. Seeing that they kind of have a little bit of a bickering, a little bit of a fight is really cool too. They can just kind of completely destroy each other in the house, and of course that big Omni Beam type thing from their hands, the repulsor blast, that of course comes into play in the end when they kill, Ivan something of Dunchenko, I don't know, something like that, Whiplash. And let me tell you, he's a pretty good villain. Like I said, compared to some of the others, not as strong, but I think he's better than Obadiah Stane, and even I guess like Abomination from the Incredible Hulk. I think so far he's my favorite villain, again, so far in terms of rewatching these. But I think the CGI is good. I think the writing's good. I think the acting's good. I think the action scenes are really good. As far as negatives, I really don't have too many, surprisingly. Again, I really didn't remember anything in the movie besides the Ferrari fight, which is one of the best moments in the film, probably the best. And then, of course, the end with like the Asian trees and kind of the Japanese-inspired topiary garden or whatever, where they're blasting the crap out of all the robots. And, it's a great scene. But, the action in this film is great. However, my only negative, if you could even really call it a negative, because I don't, but, it is something I had to bring up, is that there isn't a lot of action compared to the first Iron Man. The first Iron Man was pretty breezy. It was, all right, we're going there, and then we're going to get rescued, then we're going to, it's over, There's downtime, but not a whole lot of downtime. And with this film, it very much is cool to see that we're kind of, slowing things down and kind of, looking at Tony Stark as a character, not only his drinking habits, but also just kind of, kind of explaining how he fits into this world more and how, Nick Fury's there and how we get introduced to Black Widow and how Pepper Potts relates to being CEO, and you have all these crazy things. You have Whiplash's backstory. There's a lot of stuff. Justin Hammer. There's a lot of things to unpack in this film, and if they were to go quick, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So when the action scenes do arrive in the end, they're very freaking good. Very, very good fight scenes. Not my favorite in the whole MCU, but it delivers from having so much movie being downtime of Tony just kind of, eating, or, eating in a diner talking to someone, or, just drinking, or in a bathroom, or just freaking meeting Elon Musk, or, whatever he's doing in the movie. It really is cool to see that this downtime isn't there because it's trying to be boring. It's there because we're giving access and more extra character to Tony Stark in the process. And again, when those action scenes really hit, they really effing hit hard. It's really cool. And again, that's not really a negative to me, but I can understand how some people think that Iron Man 2 is a bit boring because there's a lot of talking, a lot of downtime, a lot of character development, which is good. Because when stuff hits the metaphorical fan, you want to care. You don't want to go, action scenes, cool, Really, Marvel is not just action scenes. And if you're watching Marvel movies strictly for action scenes, you're not watching Marvel right. Yes, the action scenes are a large part of Marvel because they're super freaking heroes. But at the same day, there are characters. Tony Stark is not just Iron Man. He's not just, I'm Iron Man and, I'm going to shoot this. Yeah, okay, good. He doesn't just do that the whole time. He is, he is Iron Man. But he's also a complex character. Same with Pepper and Natasha. And, all these characters have moments. And, not exactly, some are stronger than others. But a lot of the characters are not just there to, wow, pizzazz, action, you know what I mean? And when it's there, it's effing cool. But at the same time, you want to care. And I think that's really what this movie did. It made me care more about Tony Stark. Again, comparative to the first one where he was just, he's a bit of an a-hole, he kind of messed up, whatever. This movie, he's in full a-hole mode. He walked into the set, and Tony Stark, not Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark was like, I'm going to be an asshole to everybody. I'm going to tear everyone a new one. It's going to be great. And he does learn a bit of a lesson, you know what I mean? He kind of realizes that he treats Pepper like dog crap. He kind of does a whole lot of things like that, and when stuff does happen, he kind of realizes the error of his ways. Of course, that all kind of culminates in Endgame, but, at this stage, I think they did a pretty good job. So as far as negatives, again, I can kind of understand how some people could get bored, but overall, man, the action's great, the characters are great, the acting is really good, the writing is very good. Again, a lot of funny moments in there that actually made me laugh and weren't like, I guess it's funny. Like some of the newer Marvel movies where they kind of tack on funny moments. This movie really is just, it's actually well written. It's good. So Justin Theroux, Garmadon, good job with Lloyd and all that. I think it's pretty good. But, honestly, though, I am going to give Iron Man 2 probably an A. I think it's just shy of an A+. Again, because of that, I can understand and not relate to, okay, but I can understand how some people can go, oh, this is really boring, or it's not as, Look, I've seen the movie. I think this is honestly my second time seeing the freaking movie, and I barely remembered any of it. And that's not to say the movie's not memorable, because I remember it now. I'm going to remember it now. It's a freaking great movie. But, first time I saw it, I didn't have these on. Even though I have a hole in them, they're getting kind of rusty. Seeing them with glasses on, I was like, wow, okay, it looks better because it's on Blu-ray. Got my glasses on, that's cool. And, a whole lot of stuff there, so, I was able to enjoy it more, I guess. And, again, it's not like it's not memorable. I just, for some reason, forgot 99% of the movie. But now I won't. And, in terms of so far, Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Iron Man 2 is probably my favorite out of the three so far. Incredible Hulk is good. Iron Man 2 is very good. But this movie is very, very good. I think, a lot of people give it poop when it really doesn't deserve any, it deserves criticism. Any movie does, really, I guess. But in terms of hate, people saying, oh, it's the worst Iron Man, or oh, it's the worst MCU movie. It's up there with Incredible Hulk being the worst. I don't understand that. I think it's a very good movie, and it's, I think so far, Iron Man 3 is up here. Iron Man 2 is like right on the cusp, I think it's a very good movie, and I can't wait to watch Thor. So anyway, tell me in the comments down below what you think about Iron Man 2. What's your favorite movie so far out of Iron Man 1, 2, or 3? And out of the ones I have reviewed so far, Iron Man 1, Incredible Hulk, and now Iron Man 2, what's your favorite and why? Hope you guys enjoyed. Can't wait to review Thor, hopefully very soon. And I do remember that one pretty much by heart. Pretty much all the MCU movies from this point on, I remember. But, I love them to death, and I can't wait to watch more, especially Thor 1. Consider we have freaking Thor 4. That's pretty crazy, The first superhero to get 4 movies. That's pretty insane. Anyway, can't wait to cover Thor 1 and, Iron Man 2. Great film. Really did enjoy it. And kind of a shame I didn't remember half of it because from what I just saw, I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you in the next video.